going, guys? So, first of all, I just wanted to say, happy Global Entrepreneurship Week, everybody. 2020, it's been an interesting year. Coronavirus دي ورتنا والله. قالت لنا أي حاجة ممكن تتعمل virtual وكده، لكن هنا إن شاء الله السنة الجاية نكون كلنا مع بعض كده، نتلاقى نحتفل كلنا مع بعض إن شاء الله in the physical rather than in the virtual. So I'm glad I did this partnership with SIMSA, School of Management Student Association, and with Ahfad University for Women. But yeah, ففي حاجة مهمة كنت داير أقولها. So I'm really glad, and I proved a lot of people wrong. I managed to fail my test, and yep, I actually don't have coronavirus. So all those people that were telling me, Ashraf, you have coronavirus with your cough, ukida, I actually don't have coronavirus. And I figured out what the problem was, because I had a continuous cough, non-stop. So basically, شفت في السودان, whenever you get into a car, they put the AC on, so it's like freezing cold, right? And then you go to anyone's office, they always have the AC on, so it's like freezing cold, And then when you go in أي مناسبة حتة باردة، أي حتة باردة دايما كده لأنه AC, right? And then you get out of the car, boom, سخانة شديدة, And then the second thing as well, I don't know if a lot of you know, but I do smoke, and I prefer to smoke menthol cigarettes. But Sudanese cigarettes, they're actually ضاربين شديد بالذات, نعناع, and only na'na you can get is either switch or tradition na'na. But yeah, man, so that was why I was coughing most of the time. Like, I'm actually coronavirus free. And Sayyid Ahmed, to answer your question, I gave you guys clues, I put it the date in like GMT, but I'm back in England right now, so that's why I'm like wearing my multiple layers, my hat. It's actually freezing cold. So I just wanted to make this this short little live, talk to you guys, and also maybe talk to you guys a little bit about my experience, but also tell you guys that we've got our first interview at 8:30 GMT, so in a couple hours from now. But so my time in Sudan honestly was amazing. I had so much fun. I loved every single minute. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about a lot of people. I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about and then the thing is, I haven't been to Sudan for like 3 years as well, so I missed all of the all the action, the revolution and the thawra in the beginning of the coronavirus, and and the internet blackouts, and all the stuff that happened, and all the martyrs that passed away, and all the people that passed away in between, all the people that passed away in the very beginning when the first wave of the coronavirus. But I was there from like August to like last Saturday. I left on Saturday. Honestly, it's changed a lot, but also and if you look at Mosalat, when I was last there, it was like 50 Kiddish, and now it's like 100 Jine. Like a pack of cigarettes used to cost 2 Jine. Now it costs like 60 pounds, If you look at like Al-Barid, when I was there 3 years ago, it cost like 2 Jine, 2 ونص. Now it costs like 60, 80, And then the thing is, like, people, they don't really talk about prices, because every day it changes, So people actually go check how much the thing costs, then go back home, and they get the money to pay for it, or like reserve it or whatever. And then the other thing as well, like in terms of business, if you go anywhere, because I know I've lived in a lot of different places, I lived in Jordan, I lived in Kenya, I lived in Denmark, I lived in Chad, I lived in Indonesia, I lived in Liverpool, I lived in Guildford, I lived in London, and also lived in Sudan for 2 years, from 2004 to 2006. You know, so anywhere in the world, like, business happens a similar way, except for in Sudan. You know, like, if you look at like the most basic rule of business, which is the customer is always right? No, not in Sudan. The customer is completely wrong, and the person, like, the person that's selling the thing, he knows all the answers, and he's the one that's right, and he's gonna sell it to the customer in the way and at the price that he wants. So I learned a lot of beautiful things, a lot of lessons about society, about myself, about the culture, about business. And the one thing I know is, like, Sudan, you're meant to go do one thing. So I've been working on this project, this Global Entrepreneurship Week project, and that was my main goal. So we were faced with a lot of challenges, me and my team, but alhamdulillah. The one thing I do miss, and the one thing that is, I think for the country to work very well, is the internet speeds for all 3 or 4 or 5 networks needs to, like, really fix up, because it's all rubbish. شبكة زين ضارب، شبكة سوداني ضاربة، شبكة كنار ضاربة، وشبكة كله سوداني وزين وMTN. وقع بوحدي قريب العجيبة قالوا كويسة في الولايات ولا في عليم، شفتها؟ في الخرطوم ما بتشتغل، فما لو قالوا لك شركة MTN كويسة ما تسمع كلام. بعد ذاك زين كويسة، لكن سوداني فكر أحسن واحدة، لكن ما أعرف، أنا ما جربتهم كلهم. غير كده لذة صف، لأنه السودان بقى عبارة عن صفوف. طبعا صف العيش لذيذ، لكن أنا ما سايق، شفتها؟ دي برضو حاجة ريحتني شديد. using my legs to walk everywhere, or ترحال, or getting a friend or a cousin to drop you off. It's made life so much easier for me, But I feel bad because the petrol queues are the worst, like, it's actually depressing. But I had to come back here for, like, urgent situation that I had to, resolve. But I'm actually glad I did, because here the internet is actually quite good. And then also, like, I tried to, both for my benefit and also for your benefit and also for the benefit of people in Sudan, to be honest. And I tried to pick people that are not in Sudan, and I'm not in Sudan either. So hopefully, we've got no internet connections issues, inshallah. So the plan is I'm going to be doing making 5 Sudanpreneur Kandakas from the website every day, inshallah. And I'm going to do a live with one person, inshallah, at 8:30 GMT. We're going to release the person, and every day we're going to have a new poster. Also, maybe, like, in the morning, I wake up or whatever, I'm going to go on live. And if anyone wants to join up, do either, like, a mini interview or, like, answer some questions or whatever, talk about business, talk about entrepreneurship, talk about what I'm doing, talk about Global Entrepreneurship Week. I'm more than happy to do that. Also, the other thing, we've actually got workshops lined up. We've got 2 workshops. So one is on social entrepreneurship, and then the other one is on entrepreneurship, learning styles, and brainstorming. So I will be giving one of them, and the other one will be given by Ustaz Abdul Hamid, who's a professor at Ahfad University. So we want people to register for these workshops. We're going to give you more details later on, inshallah. And then basically the other thing is there will be a certificate. So the workshops will be on the last 2 days, inshallah, which is what our plan is. It's going to be like on the 26th and the 27th, or somewhere around then, inshallah. All right. I wanted to wish you guys a good Global Entrepreneurship Week 2020. This is live and exclusive. Mashraf Khalifa, CEOs and founder and Muassis والمدير التنفيذي from London town, from my Middlesex University. This is my favorite spot in the university. This park here is called Grove Park, and that's my main building there. It's called Grove Park. Shout out to Middlesex Entrepreneurship Society. Shout out to my course, Creative Technology, Masters, MSc. And shout out to Ahfad University for Women, SIMSA, and Global Entrepreneurship Week, GEW, AUW.